80% of your results come from 20% of your actions. And right now, you're probably doing 80%. You're doing the 80% that just is not moving the needle forward. But what you need to focus on is that 20%. And the reason I know this is because for years and years and years, I was doing the 80%. I thought I was being productive. I was watching the YouTube, listening to the podcasts. I was educating myself. I was doing the mindset work. I was doing all of this shit that was just mental masturbation. It was not moving the needle forward. I was going to the gym. I was not following the structure. I was not following the structure with my diet. I was not following the structure with my mindset work. I was just feeling productive, thinking I was productive, but not getting the results. And at the end of the day, we can soak up all the knowledge we want, but true knowledge is actually in your results. Because if you have the knowledge, but you don't have the results, you don't truly understand it. Otherwise, you would be where you want to be. You can listen to all the podcasts, all the mindset work. But if you don't truly understand it, you don't have the results, it's a waste of time. You're better off not understanding it at the end of the day, okay? And again, this is where I was for years and years and years. I was soaking up all this information. I thought I was a knowledgeable guy, but your results is what speaks. You need to focus on the 20%, okay? So I'll tell you how that needs to happen and how you focus on that 20%. But firstly, right now, you're in a position, you know you're capable of so much more. Whether that's your physique, whether it's your mindset, whether it's you're building your dream life, whatever it is, you know you're capable of more. That's why you're on this video. That's why you're watching this. So that's the first step, okay? But I'm not here to blast you with loads of information that's just, again, going to do what you've been doing for years. It's just going to go over your fucking head. You're going to understand it, but you're not going to act. And then you're going to go on to the next YouTube video, and the next YouTube video, and the next YouTube video. And a year down the line, you're going to be in the exact same place, but you understand a little bit more, but you don't have the results. As I said, this was me for years. This is what I was doing for years and years and years. And this is probably what you're doing right now as well, okay? But I'm going to tell you how you can break that cycle and actually just move forward, okay? And like this for me, and like when I truly understood this as well, it's like, okay, I finally made an investment into myself. I went to someone who was living the life I wanted at the end of the day. That was the life I wanted. I knew that was the life I wanted. In shape, freedom throughout his day, living a good life in terms of just helping people achieve their results and helping people become better versions of themselves. That's what I wanted to do in my life. So I went to him. And the first thing he said to me, he was like, okay, break down your day for me. Broke it down. He was like, that's 80% bullshit. It's like you are doing the 80% that is not moving the needle forward. You're mental masturbating. You're mentally masturbating throughout the day. Why are you reading this book? What are you going to take from that book that you can apply into your life? Your training, your nutrition, okay, that's dialed in, that's good. Your physique's in a good spot, but you building your dream life and your outcome and your business and the impact that you want to have on people, you're not going to do that by fucking farting around with these 20%. So he called me out in my blind spots. I thought I was being knowledgeable, or I thought I was being productive. I thought I was doing the right things by soaking up all this information, but he was like, it's not going to do anything for you. You're going nowhere. You're going nowhere with this. You're going around and around in circles. You keep doing this, in 5 years' time, you'll be in the exact same position. So that was a big wake-up call for me, okay? And that's the message I want to give to you. If you keep doing what you're doing right now and soaking up all the knowledge and doing your mindset work, and your training is a little bit scattered and your nutrition isn't on point, and you're a little bit all over the shop, you don't have a specific blueprint. What I give to all my guys now is a controlled growth blueprint, a daily process. You control your growth, you do the inputs on your blueprint, you get the outputs. It's as simple as that. It's the 20%. It's the thing that is going to move the needle forward. The needle movers, the 20%, the controlled growth blueprint. You tick this off, stack the wins, do this consistently, you will get the outcome you want with your physique, with your mind, with your life. It's as simple as that. There is no other way, okay? But the key that I want you to understand is, even watching this video, unless you take action, it's just another video that's going to go over your head, okay? But if you do take action, whether that's with your knowledge, you want to upskill yourself, you're a coach, you want to upskill yourself, with your career, you go get a course, you upskill yourself. Whether it's you want to become a yoga instructor, you go to a yoga instructor. Whether you want to get into shape and build your dream physique that is the vehicle to build your dream life, you go to someone who's done it. You go to someone who's a living outcome of what you're trying to achieve. Okay? It's as simple as that. And then you listen to what they say and you stop listening to all the other noise. Guys, my Instagram, okay, your Instagram is so important as well. My Instagram is literally, everything is muted. People I follow are muted. I have mindset pops up that I soak in. I have my mentor that I listen to because he's the guy who's the living outcome of what I want. So I know I need to listen to him. If I listen to him and do exactly what he says, I will achieve that outcome. I have my coach in other areas of my life. I just listen to them. I go to people who where I am, I go to people who are where I want to be and I listen to them. It's as simple as that. Otherwise, you're just on TikTok, you're flicking through shit. You're taking knowledge, you're taking 30 seconds worth of knowledge from 1,000 different people in a week who are all saying different things or who else are all regurgitating the same thing, but they don't actually have the outcome. It's crazy, it blows my mind. It's like fitness coaches these days as well. It's like, how to grow your arms. They don't even have arms. That's besides the point. But focus on the people who have the outcome that you want, who are living the life that you want. You go to them, you invest into them, and that's what's going to change the results for you. I promise you. I promise you, I promise you. Because guys, as I said, I was in your position, scrolling, doing what I thought was productive, and years went by and I was just stuck in a roundabout. Going around and around and round in circle, okay? So just get very, very disciplined with your time. And you don't need more time, by the way. You just need to be very potent with the time that you do have. What's the highest leverage things you can be doing in that specific time? Even if you're working a 9 to 5 as well. And like, this is the position I was in, guys. When I was working in Canada and I finally took that first step to build my dream life, I invested into a PT course. I would wake up at 5 a.m. every morning. I would do an hour and a half of that course every morning. I'd go to work for 16 hours by the time I commuted there and back. I'd come home, I'd eat, I'd go to the gym, I'd listen to a podcast on my commute, I'd then come home, I'd go to the gym, I'd come home, I'd eat, I'd meal prep, I'd fall asleep. And that was it 6 days a week. Sunday then I had a bit more time to just train and to educate myself. But that's what I was doing with my time. I was just focusing on what was actually going to move the needle forward. 16-hour days. I'd educate myself in between when I could on my commute. I'd educate myself on what was going to move the needle forward for my career. Okay? I'd do my morning gratitude. Body, mind, career. Okay? That's the things that are going to move the needle forward. Focus on your macros. Get your macros fucking dialed in. Have your training plan that's on point for you, specific to you, that's going to build the physique you want. Have your morning routine. We have the morning alignment routine now, which I give to all my guys, which is just years and years of trial and error of what actually works, and it's all condensed down into the morning alignment routine. So you get that in, you get your body and your mind in check. Then you move the needle forward with your knowledge, specific knowledge to what you're trying to achieve, what area, what industry you're trying to get into. Okay? It's not that hard, but watching all these YouTube videos, not taking action. If your body's out of whack right now, get a fucking coach. If your career isn't where you want it to be, you upskill. If you want to change career, get a course that's going to educate you on that. If your mindset's not in check, get your mindset in check. Go to people who are where you want to be, who have the outcome of what you want, and I promise you that is the 20% that will move the needle forward. Don't keep watching more YouTube videos. Don't keep procrastinating. Don't keep thinking you're being productive, getting dopamine hits with what you're doing. Just do the 20% and your life will change. Peace and love.